Why everything changes after $25,000, not $24,999, not $25,001, exactly $25,000. And I'm not talking about some magical financial number where unicorns suddenly rain into your portfolio. I'm talking about the point where the rules of money fundamentally change. The moment your relationship with risk, growth, and time transforms. I've watched this happen thousands of times, and I'm going to explain exactly what it means for your future. First, I need to say something uncomfortable. Most people who save $500, $1,000, or even $5,000 believe they're making meaningful progress. And to be fair, they are me. They're doing better than most. But here's the truth nobody likes hearing. Until you reach around $25,000, you're still trapped in a game designed to keep you trading time for money forever. I know that sounds harsh. Let me explain why. Before $25,000, compound interest feels like a bedtime story. Mathematically real, but practically, it doesn't feel impressive yet. You have $5,000 growing at 8% annually. You make $400 a year. Nice, that's also one extra shift at McDonald's. The research, discipline, and emotional energy required are almost identical to someone managing $50,000, but the result barely feels life-changing. This is where most people quit, not because they're weak, because the effort-to-reward ratio feels terrible. Then something changes at $25,000. Suddenly, that same 8% growth becomes $2,000 a year. That's a real vacation, a quality laptop, momentum you can actually feel. But here's what truly changes, and this separates people who build wealth from people who only talk about wealth. At $25,000, compound interest stops feeling imaginary and starts feeling like an ally. Now let me show you the 3 concrete things that fundamentally change at this number. First, your risk tolerance changes. With $5,000, losing 20% means losing $1,000. That feels catastrophic. You panic. You sell everything. You emotionally spiral. With $25,000, a 20% drop is $5,000. Painful? Absolutely. Fatal? No. You can breathe. You can hold. You can wait for recovery. And here's the secret. Waiting is where most wealth is built. Compound interest only works if time survives your emotions. Patience requires confidence. Confidence requires enough capital that one setback doesn't psychologically destroy you. Second, time starts working for you instead of against you. Before $25,000, you feel like you're racing the clock. I need to save more, earn more, work more. Time feels like the enemy because your money still isn't large enough to grow meaningfully on its own. After $25,000, time becomes your greatest asset. Every passing year starts contributing more growth than your own labor. After 5 years, your money begins working harder. After 10 years, the comparison becomes almost absurd. I once had a client with $22,000 who constantly lost sleep over his future. When he crossed $25,000, he suddenly felt calmer. Nothing in his life changed except the number. But psychology is everything in wealth building. Third, opportunities start appearing. Before $25,000, financial institutions barely notice you. Better accounts, stronger rates, and premium opportunities stay out of reach. You're financially invisible. After $25,000, doors begin opening, better financial products, better access, better options designed for growth instead of simple storage. The world didn't change, you did. You finally accumulated enough capital for the system to take you seriously. But let me be honest with you, because I always am, $25,000 is not the finish line, it's the starting line. This is where you stop treading water and start swimming forward. The money you build after this point compounds differently. The decisions you make after this point carry real weight. Most people spend years trying to reach $25,000. Then they relax once they get there. They feel successful and assume the hard part is over. Wrong. The real game is only beginning. And here's my final thought. I truly want you to hear this. The first $25,000 is about discipline. Everything after that is about leverage. The discipline part you already understand. You've been practicing it. But leverage is different. That's where your money begins creating more money without requiring the same amount of labor from you. That's where you slowly stop trading hours for dollars. If you're sitting at $15,000, $20,000, or $22,000, you're closer than you think. Push harder. The final few thousand matter more than the first few thousand ever did. Because beyond $25,000, the game changes completely. And trust me, my friends, that game is worth playing. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone you care about. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and take even better care of your money.